Buying your first car is a very important moment in every man's life. I know for many of you it's a symbol of independence, of happiness, of joy, and a lot more. So that's exactly why we're going to discuss this today. So let's start. The first car you buy will shape a big part of your daily life. Not just how you travel, but how you feel every day when you get behind the wheel. When you park, when you pay the fuel, when something breaks, when winter comes, when you're tired, stressed, or even late for work or something like this. So listen to me, this is not a guide for the best car, it's a guide for the first best car that you can buy, the car that you're going to drive every single day to work, to the mall, to the gym, to every single place that you are driving. If you can afford 10 cars, this video might not be suitable for you. Before looking at brands, prices, specifications and all this stuff, let's ask a very important question. Are you a car guy or not? This is a very important moment to decide if you are really interested about the cars, the car itself or not. And I want you to be honest here. Liking cars on social media, watching car videos or enjoying a loud exhaust doesn't automatically make you someone who wants to live with a sporty car every single day. There are two types of people. People who love the idea of a sporty car, and the second one, people who truly enjoy the experience of owning and driving a car daily, especially a sports car. For example, me, I am a car guy, but I can also get bored of stiff suspension, loud exhaust, and a lot of modifications that in the first place they look very nice and attractive, but in the long run they are not very sustainable. If you are not a car guy, a very sporty car can become annoying faster than you expect. But also, if you are a car guy, daily comfort still matters more than you think, because in reality most of your driving will not be as exciting as you think. You are going to drive to work, to the gym, through traffic, through potholes, through bad weather and a lot of bad stuff. So you need to choose the car accordingly. So now the question isn't what car do I dream about? The real question is what car do I want to live with every single day? Believe me when I tell you, daily reality almost always beats the dream. Now let's reality check the one car situation. If this is your only car, it has to do everything. There is no backup plan and you can't say I'll just take the comfortable car today, I will use the SUV in winter, I will use the cheaper car today. This is not possible if you only have one car. So imagine this, you are tired, it's raining, you are late, there's traffic, parking is tight and the road is full of potholes. Now ask yourself, do I still want to drive that car in these situations? If the answer is yes, okay, go ahead and buy it right now. If you can afford it, buy your sports car right now as your first car. But don't get trapped in the illusion that a sports car will suit these scenarios very well. So sport versus daily drivability. This is where most first-time buyers make mistakes. They focus on the power, the sound, the speed they imagine, and the performance numbers. But in real life, you will drive 90% normal and 10% fun as maximum 10% fast. So keep in mind that things that look fun on YouTube can become nightmares in real life. Now I want to talk about the relaxed ownership idea, which is very important and key in my opinion when choosing your first car. Your first car shouldn't be the cheapest thing possible or the most expensive thing that you can barely afford. It should be, in my opinion, somewhere in the middle. You need to be relaxed owning the car. In my opinion, buy a car where you can park without stress, you can drive anywhere, repairs won't destroy your month, fuel doesn't make you anxious, insurance doesn't feel like a punishment. Believe me when I tell you that mental comfort is more important than most people realize. About 2 years ago, I bought a BMW M8 50i, which I could afford technically, but in my mind I was parking it outside near my block. I didn't have underground parking and it was a stress. It was a very big stress. It was an expensive car, a car that costed a lot, and I didn't want to destroy it or damage it. So keep this in mind when buying your first car. Now, problems appear when only one side is satisfied. For example, the emotional side. The car looks very good in the parking lot, but it creates stress every month. But also, if it's only rational, it might be very cheap and practical, but you might feel zero connection to it. And if you're a car guy, I think you should buy a car that you feel connection with the car, at least a bit. So the best car is usually somewhere in the middle, not boring, not extreme, just balance. Now let's talk about a very common thing why people buy expensive cars, and that's the status. When I was 16, I was telling to myself I only buy cars because I love the cars, I like driving the car. Now I'm 23 and I also want to be honest with you with the fact that an expensive car comes with a good social status. An expensive car can show success, ambition, taste, lifestyle, and many more. And there's nothing wrong with caring about that. But here's the problem: status fades quickly, but bills don't, and never don't. The excitement you feel when you first get the car, it becomes normal in a few weeks. But the insurance, the fuel, the maintenance, and the repairs, those stay forever and can increase over time. Your first car should not be a statement, it should be a tool that supports your life. The real status is not the loudest car, the fastest car, the most expensive badge. Real status is driving a car that doesn't stress you. Now let's get just a bit technical. Should you buy a rear-wheel drive car, an all-wheel drive car, or a front-wheel drive car? In my opinion, the most fun cars are rear-wheel drive cars, but you need to be careful if you've never driven a car before and your first car is a rear-wheel drive car. Although this is true, I still believe that your first car can be rear-wheel drive. If you have good tires, you are not driving like an idiot, and it's not insanely powerful, you are going to get through your first year driving that car, no problem. All-wheel drive may be the safest, okay, I get it, but the least fun, and it might sound funny to you, but front-wheel drive can be a bit more fun than all-wheel drive in my opinion. For example, if I drive a Golf GTI and it's also a bit modified, I need to struggle keeping the car on the road because it's front-wheel drive. If I drive a Golf R, that's a lot faster experience, but sometimes it can be a bit more boring. Now regarding the body type, you all love the coupe style. I know it. I also love it, but there are different cars that can suit your daily life better. For example, let's say you wanna buy a coupe, but search a bit and see if there is also a Grand Coupe for that car. I'm talking here about BMW. If you wanna buy, for example, a 4 Series, you can also buy a more practical version of that car, and that's a Grand Coupe. Maybe it doesn't look that good, but it's still a nice car in my opinion, and it also gets the job done. If you need to get 4 people in your car every single day, I think it would be stupid to buy the coupe version, even though it looks better. But keep in mind that you are not going to be very happy when you see people struggling to get in the back of your car and getting out of the car, damaging the interior and stuff like this. So the Grand Coupe might be a good version. Now let's talk about the real budget. Most people only look at purchase price, but the real cost includes fuel, insurance, tires, regular maintenance, and unexpected repairs. So let's go for a simple rule. If you can only afford the car, you can't afford the car basically. Think about your future, not just the car. Your first car is not your final car, it's just a step. Buying something balanced and manageable gives you flexibility, less stress, and also more options later. Cars are easy to upgrade. Freedom is harder to rebuild once you lose it. So let's go to the final thought. There is no perfect car, of course. There is a perfect car for you, yes, it might exist. But for me and for a lot of people, there is no perfect car. If you get a less expensive car, in my opinion, and not a powerful car as your first car, it might be the right choice. And these words doesn't come from a person which is 50 years old and don't like cars. It comes from me, which I'm a guy passionate about cars, and I've been to expensive cars, cheap cars, and now I drive a completely normal car because this car is perfect for my lifestyle for the moment, at least for this current year. I need a car that is practical and I can do a lot of things with it. Don't get me wrong, I can't wait to buy a sports car again, but it's not the case right now. Be mature about buying your first car, don't be stupid, don't be reckless, you have many years to live ahead. Don't buy again the cheapest car that you can find so you feel really bad inside. Go to a decent car at first. You will have room for upgrade later, and also you're going to be happier when you upgrade your car later. You don't need to keep the car 5 years. Buy a car somewhere in the middle, keep it for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever suits best for you, and then sell it and maybe get your dream car, or maybe keep both if you can afford them and see what's the life with both cars. And I want to leave you with one final word: the life works perfectly if you use the right tools for the right actions, and it's exactly like driving the most suitable car for your situation. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.